Okay, looks like we are
Alright,
streaming.
Doc is in the game. Waiting for the
Shut
spawn.
up. There we go. Okay. So match today is checkpoint 101st versus 20th, and this is going to be a interesting match. Checkpoint's always kind of a bit of a meat grinder, especially if you get boxed out, so it's going to be very interesting to see how all that goes. Let me make sure the stream is working properly. Okay, good. We have audio. And we are streaming with a 5-minute delay. So if something is broken, we're not going to know for the first however long. Okay. Content. All right, let's see. Copy link. And event chat, put that in here. And then let's come into the 18v18 Discord. And believe that's where I put it. All right, so they're starting at 1:10 in game time. So we have 4 minutes of nothing. I'm going to get the timer ready on my phone. Okay. Let me make sure I put this in the right chat. I might be blind. All right, oh, that's loud. We're gonna turn on music because sitting here in awkward silence is terrible. We still have 2 minutes until start time. Let's see. So the big things to look out for are going to be, there's always a couple avenues of approach. You really want to own this house up here. Where the fuck are we? This house up here almost always gets an MG in it. And then also the houses in the mid is really important. So it's really going to depend who can get the first shots off to own these houses and then end up trying to get a box out. We have also seen in previous matches that this little trench system, or try to prefer bed, always has, it's a straight line into the point from Axis. And usually if you can get a couple guys to just sit in there, then that turns into a blood, or not, a meat grinder, I mean. And at the same time, if there is a box out, when I was reffing a while ago, I don't want to say which team it was because I'm gonna say it wrong. Either way, they had guys crawl edge of map, like quite literally just edge of map, and almost coming behind. But you know, the last minute, you know, a guy shot a shot when he shouldn't, and then it gave this position away. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of interesting plays today. Good luck to both teams. Stream delay. Oh, stream should be up. Versus 20. Okay, yeah, it is. Perfect. Okay. They're live. So, both teams are going. Let's see if there's any rocket snipes. Doesn't look like it. Interesting. Most the 1AD guys are in the north. That makes sense. You really want to get these northern buildings. Oh, I hear rockets. That was a miss from 1AD. Let's see. Oh, rocket snipes going out. Both sides miss again. 20th very close. Oh, another one. They are really trying to get each other. This is very interesting. Wonder if they have any support guys to drop explosive ammo. You can already see, looks like the northern side kind of split. MGs are up and firing from 20th. Let's come in and kill the music for now. Looks like 1AD is getting a little bit. They have the circle, but 20th has the north, it looks like. So far, can kind of go both ways. Looks like 180 is going to capture, or 101st is going to capture the point most likely, just because they have so many guys in the circle. It's giving them numbers advantage. But 20th does have the northern building. Looks like they also... South is still up for grabs. They still... 101st does have more guys down here, but... it is going to be difficult to say. You can already tell there's a pretty strong battle line going on both sides. Goblin drops one in the south. MG's pummeling the building in the north. And MG's getting set up in the north as well. Right now it's... one side's gonna have to make a push, because point hasn't flipped yet. It's... oh, 20th is taking it back. Still could be very close, though. 20th does not have a big presence in the south. Goblin's holding it down like a champ. Not letting them get across the road. But if Muffins can scoop in around him... oh, he's heading north. Kane might come up behind him. Oh, 20th is making a push in the north, but... looks like, yeah, they have guys dropping. Yep, alright, let's see, guys. You can do it. They are doing it. But depending on the OP placement down here from 1 AD, it might be difficult because if they can kill Goblin, he's been holding this entire area down. If they can kill Goblin, then jump up on Kane, they could have a really good southern push. Looks like some guys from 20th have made it across, and that could be a problem. Already about 6 minutes in, and still the point, or 5 minutes in, the point still has not been captured. It is slowly being taken by 20th, but I could still seeing 101st Airborne Division taking it back. It's like the point is going to be capped, so squad leads are going to have to be ready to get down new OPs. But, oh, wait, I'm having an aneurysm. They just uncapped it. That's my bad. Now they have to fully cap it. So it looks like 20th has taken the center hard point. 101st Airborne Division still does have a squad in the south, but looks like a box out is possible. They're going to have to fight hard to stop that from happening, though. Yep, looks like the center point has been taken by 20th, with Undead Clown just running straight up the river. He's really, he's just going. Sooner or later he's gonna, oh, never mind, he's taking a turn north. He might swoop in behind 101st. Still a lot of fighting happening in the south. Looks like Goblin was dropped, but Mighty Goose came to take his place. And like I said before the game started, this building, northern building, getting an MG up in there, it's very important, so they might be able to, 101st might be able to make a comeback, but looks like right now the hard point and the main road are owned by 20th. Yeah, it looks like right now 20th has a pretty decent battle line. They are going to have a big issue in the south, because it looks like Brian's squad has made a bit of a breakout, or they could be making one. There's not really anyone around them. But if they push the open field, they are going to get lit up by Mighty Goose, Trog, Doc, and Lava Bear. So they own the south a little bit, but not a whole lot. And looks like 20th is slowly pushing them back in the north on the hard point. There's really only a couple ways to approach this just because of the fields. So it's going to be interesting to see how both sides do this. Solvictus dropping, Papper dropping. It's really going to come down to those MGs in the windows to just make sure that even when their guys drop, the point doesn't get overrun. Rocket being shot out from Extreme Pants, and that was a good shot. He got a couple guys with that, looked like 2 or 3. That might have just saved the north. If those guys had pushed more north and ran up with Dominus, this dude, they had pushed up all together, they might have been able to get a good push on that northern house, but now they're not going to be able to do that. Let's see. 101st is making a push into center hard point. Is Wendy's 4for4 going to be able to stop them? Oh, he might not know that. Oh, and Wendy's stops one of them. Captain Cheese is going to have to fight him for that house. Oh, looks like 20th is coming back in numbers. And now 101st is coming back in numbers. Let's see. And looks like, at least in the hard point, we're back to where it was at the beginning of the match 10 minutes ago, where basically both sides are divided by the road. You do have Papor down here in the north of the hard point. He might be able to get some good nades off, but there's also just a lot of guys that he's going to have to deal with. And it's hard to say if he's been spotted yet. It doesn't look like it. With 8 wave, or 812, just putting hate downrange, making sure no one can cross. And looks like the hard point is being retaken by 101st. They're still going to have to deal with the north building. That looks like it's a bit of a jumping off point for 20th. And the other side of the road is still owned by 20th. The south still is a massive fight. 101st owning, for the most part, the wheat field. We still have Doc running around in backlines. He might be able to wipe an OP. Oh, he just did wipe the OP. Now Brian is going to have to stay alive, get a new one down. Goose just ran past him. Don't know yet if he's gotten that new OP up. Looks like he is not. So if he drops without replacing his OP, that entire southern wheat field area might be toast. With the mid looking like it's being retaken by 101st Airborne. Oh, Muffins was making a good push. Yeah, it looks like 20th is... Oh, Rockets just went out. Doesn't look like it hit anyone, though. Oh. 20th is trying to make a comeback and take the mid. For a second, 101st had guys across the road, but looks like 20th has pushed them back, and now we are back to how it was at the very beginning. And, oh wow, 101st just took the point. 20th is going to have to get their OPs back up, because all of them just got wiped. But yeah, they still own that west side of the point. So it's at this point, it's really a numbers game, and it looks like the entire south has been abandoned by 20th. And first AD is just running right up the point, or running right up from the south. They could do that if they wanted to. It looks like Brian did get his OP back up in the south. Looks like Mighty Goose's squad is resetting from the garrison. And 2 of the 3 check boxes have been checked by first AD. They have the mid, they have the south, both of them for the most part, but the north still is owned by 20th. They could very easily box out 20th right now, but it's still going to be hard to say. Brenner's just laying hate downrange, stopping them from getting a good push south of the house. And Vanilla is shooting back. Oh, Vanilla got hit. He's still up, though. Infantry marks going down. 101st making a breakout in the south. They might be able to get a box out going. Yeah, looks like they are pushing for a box out. Muffins over there. He drops Kane, and they might be getting a box out. Really good comeback. 20th pushed them off the point and had them on the back foot, but now looks like they're getting 20th on the back foot. They still have the north to deal with. Lava Bear was sneaking in the south. Oh, no, he still is. What is this guy doing? He's just waiting. Never mind. So 20th does have a bit of presence in the midpoint. They're going up the dried riverbed, or the road, whatever that is. Trying to get in the point, but... Oh, they're dropping 101st, guys. Undead Clown is pulling off the 1v1 on Froggy. Looks like 20th is making a bit of a comeback, slowly grinding down the first AD, but still gonna be hard to say. We've already seen them make a comeback once. Both sides doing really good plays. And the entire south is just being watched by basically one MG, so if they could smoke the field, they might be able to make a push. The Lava Bear is putting hate in the field. Looks like 20th is retaking the hard point. There's still Eminem in one of the houses. He might be able to slow it down. But west side of the point is owned by 20th. East side has basically no one from 101st Airborne. Really, it's just Eminem holding down the fort by himself. He might be able to, but looks like 20th is recapping the point just by sheer numbers. And looks like Eminem was knocked out. Vanilla gets dropped as well. Still, there is a big push coming up from the south that 20th is going to have to deal with. Even though they are capping, this push, assuming they get a new OP down when the point flips, can be a real thorn. They are being engaged. Iraqi bin man, and he's dropped. I was going to say he was suppressing them, but not anymore. Undead Clown... Oh, wow, that was... okay. And 20th takes the point. It's going to be interesting to see. There's about 12, 13 minutes left. So we're going to stop at 40 in-game time. Both sides have taken the point and lost the point, so it's going to be really just a grind to see who wins. Brian is still up. Oh, he got his OP up. Not a good spot, but all things considered, it's up. So, and it drops again. He drops Goblin, so he's going to have to stay alive for another minute or two just to get that up again. Oh, Lava Bear drops him. So looks like the south has been reset. The midpoint is still being fought over, but looks like it's in the hands of 20th. Good rocket from Extreme Pants. If the wall wasn't there, he would have gotten Vanilla. Second rocket. There was no one there. I'm surprised. The beginning of the game had a lot of attempts at rocket snipes, but there's not really anything happening anymore with rockets. This main road, just need an MG to sit down on 20th and they can suppress all this. Either way, it looks like a good quarter for 101st to move in. They have guys in the hard point. And 20th does not know about it. Undead Clown's making move again. Or making moves again. He's dropped, though. Point is being slowly capped by 101st. 20th is going to have to get more guys in the hard point just to keep the numbers advantage up. But the 20th is starting to retake it. Vanilla making moves in the north. He might be able... He's being suppressed, but if he gets a good nade off, he might be able to grab Extreme Pants. And that might be what he needs to get into the building and knock down Brenner. The biggest pain on this point, in my opinion, really is the north house. Once one side owns that, they can really just box out the entire northern sector, and then that gives a good jumping off point for mid. And mid looks like it's being fought over. Rockets being shot by Hellacious Harry doesn't really go anywhere. And they are capping again, points flashing. 101st is taking the point back. They have a lot of guys in there. Attempted rocket snipe into the window, but it missed by a little bit. Even if it did get in, I don't think it would have killed too many guys. 20th is now taking the point back. Oh, and now 101st is taking the point back. It really is going to be tight. It's 10 minutes left in the match. 101st Airborne is taking the point. But both sides still could win. 20th has the north. And they're pushing into mid. Looks like 101st still has the south. And the mid is being fought over. Guys are dropping. '20th just had a massive redeploy. Or not a massive, but a pretty good size redeploy. Pushing into the midpoint. They might be able to save it. Looks like they are. I'm pretty sure it's for every one guy in the circle, it counts for 3 guys as if they were in the square. So by just having, 2 or 3 guys in the hard point, that accounts for almost an entire squad. So, yeah, now that 20th is flushing the circle with guys, or flooding the circle with guys, they are taking it back, but looks like 101st just got the numbers advantage again. Oh, good rocket snipe from Extreme Pants. So again, they have the building, one of the buildings just suited up with guys. Points flashing. It's that building is going to be such an issue. Absolute unit and Wendy's 4 for 4. Definitely know that there's guys in there. He's throwing nades. He might be able to get some. Oh, they're pushing the house. And Wendy's has dropped. Absolute unit's still pushing in. He's going up the stairs. And he drops him. So looks like that is the hard point for 20th. Which it's probably going to secure them and capping the point again. Well, we've already seen 2 or 3 other times that both sides just keep capping the point. So it's possible for 101st. They have 7, almost 8 minutes left. They could make a comeback. Squad leaders are going to have to make sure they keep their OPs up. They still have a good presence in the south. Rocket Snipe barely missing Lava Bear and another one up here in the north. Or in the mid. But it looks like in the north, Vanilla... I completely missed that. Vanilla, oh, he barely got dropped, but that was an insane play by him. If he had killed that OP, which looks like he did, Northern OP is going to have to be placed back soon, or that entire sector could fall. And looks like Paranoid Android is getting right on that. Yeah, so North, Mid are owned by 20th. Forcing a complete, looks like a complete reset in the North by First AD. '20th is fighting for the south. Lava Bear, is he gonna get muffins? Oh, he didn't. Oh, muffins is also dropped. Looks like 20th is attempting a box out in the mid and in the north. They're slowly grinding them down. They're gonna have to move OPs up fairly soon. But I think the major issue... Actually, OPs are good where they are, but the major issue with attempting a box out is the south has to be taken. I guess not necessarily, but the having a battle line that goes from the south and then kind of curves around is going to be very difficult to maintain. So it's going to be hard to say. 20th does have the mid, and they do have the north. It's 5.5 minutes left. I could still see 101st pulling it through, though. Good spawn wave up in the north. Issue is pushing that field without the MG beating them up. Oh, 2 guys dropped. Vanilla and Devi pushing up. Vanilla's already made some amazing plays just by, you know, sneaking around the north, wiping the OP. He almost capped the building, and if he had done that, then that would have been an entire sector offline for 20th that they're going to have to deal with. So, even though it's looks like a now 3v1 because Extreme Pants is dropped, he might still be able to pull it off if he gets Sidious. Papor is pushing south. And Devi drops, Sidious drops, Vanilla's the only one remaining. It looks like a 1v1. Oh, he gets knocked by Brenner. And down here in the south, 20th pushing back. Downset is still holding the field a little bit, but 20th is pushing in as well as they are in the mid. Undead Clown running straight up that river. Oh, big spawn wave. Okay, this might be good. And everyone's just shooting. Nades have to be getting thrown sooner or later. Everyone's shooting, but no one's hitting any. No one's hitting each other. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. I'm surprised Iraqi Bin Man has stayed up as long as he has, considering you can follow tracers. But that OP might drop, as well as first AD pushing back in the mid. Goblin is going to be snuck up on in the back. And looks like mid has been reset. Rockets being shot. Hits the building, but does not get Svensson. Jogoff and Eminem, Downset, and a whole group of guys are pushing straight up the mid, going to the hard point. It's going to be a hard battle for them, though. There's basically 2 squads there. 1.5 squads up there. They're going to have to fight through all that, but it looks like they have the numbers to meet them. A little less than 3 minutes left. 20th still owns the point. First AD is being slowly pushed out of the south. Looks like 20th still hasn't gotten a full box out, but they could still do it. Likewise, point can go into overtime if it's flashing, so it's going to be hard to know exactly what is happening as we get closer to the time limit. Looks like a big spawn off of the garrison. First might be reallocating. Brian was in the south, so they might be reallocating all squads to the mid just to take the point. Interesting rocket snipes. Oh, Extreme Pants. Can't tell if he got the sniper. I have to go back and rewatch that, but that was very close. Enemy squad and infantry markers going down. Point is still owned by 20th. More guys spawning off the Gary. Might be trying to get a rocket snipe, or he just doesn't have an OP. Looks like basically all of first AD is going straight up this yellow road. Which, when I've seen other teams play on this point, when they start pushing this main road and that's where they have all their guys going, they get boxed out in the south, which we can see is happening. And then once they get boxed out in the south, it's going to be really hard to get another jumping off point. Yeah, they have all their guys going up. Trying to go up at least into the point, but oh, some guys are dropping on both sides. Hush has taken up position in one of the houses on the hard point, just laying down hate, not letting anyone through. 20th moving through the wheat field in the south, looking for a box out. 30 seconds left. They could still do it, but looks like it's almost guaranteed the dub for 20th. 15 seconds left. Another spawn wave. And that is the game. 20th wins after the point flips 2 or 3 times. And if the game had kept going for another 5 minutes, I'm sure we would have seen. It looks like they were about to get a box out in the south. Mid was just straight funnel for first AD trying to get in. Not a whole lot of presence in the north, but to be fair, that's basically all open fields. So really the only avenue of approach they had was that yellow road. Either way, though, great plays by both sides. Yeah, and even Sensen pointing out in the chat right now that that southern push they had was... There was a couple times I would almost bet money that 20th was going to lose the point, just because that southern push looks like they were going to, you know, shoot straight west and have a couple guys shoot straight up the middle, wipe OPs, and just take the point. So, and looks like 20th has left the server because the game is over. So that is GG. 20th takes the dub. Almost a win by first AD, but when it really came down to it, 20th was just boxing them out. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. That's going to be the end of the stream.